The information is presented for educational purposes only, is not intended to diagnose or prescribe for any medical or psychological condition, or to prevent, treat, mitigate, or cure such conditions. This information is only presented herein for entertainment and educational purposes only. Living Waters Wellness Center was formed after we discovered how to heal my own body from the multiple symptoms, including allergies, asthma, chronic fatigue, back pain, psoriasis, acne, hives, yeast infections, and finally, cancer. After 20 years of trying numerous different treatments, everything from medical to cleanses, iridology, muscle therapy, acupuncture, acupressure, homeopathy, naturopathy, these experiences led us to discover the recipe that became known as the 4 Natural Laws of Healing, combining multiple natural healing modalities to fully detox, cleanse the body, and then allowing the body to take the perfect nutrition to fully restore the body back to its innate health. This became known as the 10-Day Healing Retreat. We have helped thousands of people just like you get their health restored so they can live their life to the fullest extent. If you want to know what that looks like, go to livingwaterscleanse.com and click on the video 4 Natural Laws of Healing, or call the office at 208-378-9911. Good morning, everyone. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center, livingwaterscleanse.com, and your host of the Whole Body Detox Show. Welcome back for another edition of the Whole Body Detox Show. This is the beginning of our 3rd year, so thank you for being faithful listeners. We've got a lot of great stuff today. A little bit about Living Waters. Living Waters is Idaho's largest natural colon hydrotherapy center and known for its 10-day cleanse and healing retreat. Each week, we provide you with the necessary education and tools to detox and heal the body following the 4 natural laws of healing. To learn more details about the 4 natural laws of healing, go to livingwaterscleanse.com. Click on the link, 4 natural laws of healing. Watch that webinar. It's 68 minutes. We've got a lot of stuff packed in that webinar on how to heal the body naturally, but you need that data. You need that knowledge. Knowledge is power. And when it comes to healing, you need that knowledge and faith to go along with it. And you can heal, I believe, from anything. And we've, over the last 13 years, plus now, we've proved it many, many times, including my own amazing miracle, which is why I'm here doing what I'm doing today. I was very, very sick years ago. Had a lot of issues, allergies, asthma, heavy metal toxicity, had these little lipomas growing up all over my body, severe psoriasis, brain fog, could never heal my torn plantar fasciitis, would just never heal. Was always injuring something. I loved to play basketball, and it got so I could only play very limited, and it took me an hour just shuffling around like an old man at age 33 to be able to play. Couldn't figure it out, and eventually one day I discovered I also had cancer. So I had to learn how to heal my body, and that path and my road diverged in 1991. And so I began going down the rabbit hole, so to speak, to figure out how can we keep the body healthy? How can we reverse the symptoms of dis-ease in the body? And so for the last 13 years, 11 months, and 10 plus days, we've been doing that at Living Waters Wellness Center. So you want to learn more about it, definitely go watch that webinar, 4 Natural Laws of Healing. And if you want to see any of the success stories, we got a lot of them over there, 14 pages worth of people just like you had their issues and they were able to turn it around. And we got some stories we're going to share with you this week that's going on right now this week. And also I'm going to give you an update on some of the healings we did last cleanse in October. And then we're going to talk about how to keep the immune system up. Really important this time of year. You don't want to be sick. You want to be out playing and doing your things, living your best life. We got the holidays coming. A really treacherous time to keep the immune system up because there's so many temptations. We'll talk about that, how you avoid that and overcome that. So let's begin today. So I want to first talk about some tools that we have and you have in the toolbox in order to keep yourself well. First of all, base. The very base foundation should be a very good quality, highly clean product. It should be a multi-mineral supplement. We've been using the same one for 30 years now, and it served me well. I shared on the last couple of shows how I was able to actually heal my torn meniscus naturally with nutrition. And the story was I tore my ACL meniscus. I was really just devastated. Here I was 30 some years of age, and I love to play basketball. Every chance I got, I played. I played at noon. I played at 6 a.m. Whenever I can, I'd play. And here I was. I tore my ACL just running down the court one day. Didn't do anything spectacular. Just pop, and I was down. And went and had the MRI done. Saw 3 different docs. Sure enough, it's tore. The meniscus is tore. And then at that same time, my daughter, we discovered, was vaccine injured. And she was 1 year of age, and she was having some very severe problems. So we got a referral to a homeopath, and that homeopath says, David, you do not go do surgery right now, because I was scheduled for surgery. He says, nope, you're too sick. So I didn't. I put it off for a couple of years. In the meantime, I got on a really good quality nutritional supplement. And 2.5 years later, when I went for surgery, I told the doc several times, I said, now be sure to save the meniscus. I don't want you taking it out. I know it's tore. I know I felt it clicking over the last couple of years. Save it. And so he said, no problem. I get out of surgery. First question I asked him was, hey, how was the meniscus? He says, David, perfect, like brand new. He says, what? No. The knee, the meniscus, the cartilage. How is that doing? He goes, you can't ask for a better one. It's like brand new. I asked him, did you operate in the correct knee? Look at your body can take those nutrients. As you'll watch in the webinar, the 4 Natural Laws of Healing, you've got to get the nutrition to the cells, 50 trillion cells. How do we do that? Well, we eat high quality, densely nutrient food, which is really tough to do today because our soils are so depleted. We spoke about this with Jim Zamzo on the podcast number 22, entitled From the Soil to the Gut, and he explained how bad our soils have taken a hit. So what are farmers doing today to grow these crops fast and strong? Well, they apply a lot of chemicals on them. And because of that, the uptake in the plants is not what it used to be at all. So you got to support with some kind of nutritional supplement. And if you want to see how well yours is working, come to Living Waters. We'll do this scan on you. I had a guy in here last week. He was devastated. He'd been buying this product for a long time and taking it, and he scored as bad as a smoker. In other words, his supplement was not doing him any good at all. So, but that can be turned around with good quality nutrition. So that's number one. This time of year, you take your vitamins twice a day. Your vitamins, minerals, have a good high quality vitamin mineral. And just natural things you can do. Raw garlic. Chop up some garlic. Just take a clove, chop it up, peel it, chop it up, throw it in some applesauce, swallow it down like you would a pill. It's antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral. So it's cheap and bioorganic, by the way. You got to buy organic foods, guys. You got to buy organic foods. You don't want pesticide-laden food. Placing that toxicity in you, it causes your body and your liver to go in this huge frenzied action to try and protect you. So be sure you eat good quality food. And of course, we've talked about this many times in the shows. If you go back and do some search on our shows, we've talked a lot about immunity, but some of the basic things, you get a little sniffle, a little sick, you get a little sore throat. What I use for sore throats, I like to use cayenne pepper. I really do. I'll just put it in some water or juice, chuck it straight down. And you got, guys, the benefits of cayenne pepper is just so amazing. Another thing you can do, oil of oregano. Now, I'm not a big fan of oil of oregano, but it's antiviral, antibacterial, and but you only use a drop or two, and you put it in some juice, and you make sure it hits the back of your throat and goes down. If it hits your lips, it's hot. And you don't want to be on it very long, though. And you want to make sure you take a really good quality, good quality, probiotic, one that's clinically proven to get through the stomach acids. If you don't have one, we have them at the office. Because it acts like an antibiotic. It's going to destroy the good stuff too. And guys, I got to tell you, antibiotics, way overused in this country. Way overused. One of the things we teach you on a 10-day cleanse, which is worth several $1 million, in my opinion, is we teach you how to discern what your body needs at the time you need it by doing a little thing called muscle testing. First thing we teach you on, no, it's second thing we teach you. Second thing we teach you on day one is how to muscle test. Very, very important. You can discern, is this product going to help me heal my body? And you'll get a no or a yes. You can ask, is this supplement good for my body? You'll get a no or a yes. You can choose accordingly. And anyway, it's really powerful what we teach you on this 10-day healing retreat. Remember, to learn all about the healing retreat, you got to go watch the 4 Natural Laws of Healing over on the website at livingwaterscleanse.com. You need that educational piece because power is knowledge. Be sure to watch that. Have your whole family watch it. I made it so easy a first grader can understand it and get it. And you need to have your family on board with you. When you're choosing foods and drinks, when you're out doing your things, you want your family to be on the same page as you. And I know it's going to be a struggle. We struggled, but it'll be 2 or 3 steps forward and a half a step back, and you'll just keep plugging along. And you're eventually going to get to where you want to be for perfect health. I know it's been a journey for me, and I got to tell you, there's still times when I slip up And but it's okay. I mean, most of the time I regret it now because my body is so clean. If I eat something toxic now, my body knows it like, boom, and I pay. I go, God, why did I do that? Why did I eat that? And so the cleaner you'll get, your teeth will give you feedback. Your body will immediately give you feedback. I mean, you will know when you eat things that are super toxic. We come back in a moment. We're going to be talking about heat therapy and vibration technology to help with your immune system, and also just some tools that you may want to consider to have and invest in your family's wellness program. Because look, you need these things around you. You need these tools. Invest in your own wellness center. When you come through our 10-day healing retreat, and I certainly hope you do, if you want to live your best life, you really need to consider the 10-day healing retreat. We give you so much education in this regard, and the tools that you take with you are so valuable. And one of those is vibration therapy, and another is called heat therapy. We're going to teach. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is one of my favorite tools of healing. That's a far infrared rich ray mat that helps your body to heal using heat therapy. So this mat is consisted of tourmaline and amethyst stone, and it has far infrared light waves that go into your body. So it's going to heat you up. Why is heat important? Because this time of year, your body's cold, and when you get cold, your immune system goes asleep. So imagine for a moment, you've got these guards guarding your body, and they've got guns at the ready to blast any of these viruses or bacteria that are going to sneak on by the defense, right? Well, if your immune system is up, it's going to be warm. And so, but if it's cold, those guards at the fort are asleep. So what happens in the body, when we turn on this heat mat, and you lay on this mat, that tourmaline and amethyst stone with the far infrared goes into the body, and it's going to activate your heat shock protein. Now, you think of the heat shock protein as the Pentagon. The Pentagon, when it goes into war, when it's got a battle to fight, it's going to call in the armies. The armies are the endorphins, the lymphocytes, the NK and T cells, and you want to get that activated in those guys at the ready. So heat does that. When we have a 1 degree drop in body temperature, half of your enzymes are asleep. Your guards are asleep. A 1 degree increase in temperature has 40% more activity of those enzymes. In other words, they're on hyper alert. They're probably sucking down some Red Bulls. Figuratively speaking, they're at the ready to blast the guys coming in. So we've had these mats now for 13 years. And the thing I liked about it at first, when I first did it, was I got off the mat, I went, oh my gosh, I'm so relaxed. And about 15 minutes, I was like, God, I got a lot more energy because I was really tired when I laid in the mat. I would say a 30-minute little nap on the biomat, 15 to 30 minutes, is like a 2 to 3 hour nap. You go into a deep delta brainwave state of relaxation. And most people come in, they do fall asleep on the mat at some point in their session. The other thing I liked about it, it just felt good. And it felt good because it's getting those toxins moving. So many of you have cold hands and cold feet. If you've got cold hands and cold feet, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. That means your blood is very turbid. Blood's not moving like it needs to be moving. Your blood is literally more like a milkshake than like water. And so now your extremities are cold all the time. So if you've got that problem, come in and try the biomat. If you mention this show, I'll give you your first session for free. Come in for a half-hour session and just lay on this mat and enjoy the difference. I had a lady years ago. She was always cold, so cold that she went to suntanning booths to get warm. The problem was, as soon as she got out, she was cold again. Temporarily hot, but then cold again. She laid on our biomat. She says, David, I've been hot for the last 3 days. That made a tremendous difference. And it does. So those of you cold hands, cold feet, job one, detoxify the body. Use these tools. The biomat, a wonderful tool to invest in. Go over to the website at livingwaterscleanse.com. And under treatments, you'll see some information about the biomat. I'm going to include in the show links a video on the biomat so you can understand that. We sell them here at Living Waters. They range from $780 to $1,950. We use ours every day. In fact, I have a mini mat that's $780, and I put that in my, when I go on a long trip, I put it in my truck. And I got to tell you, if I have a 4-hour trip, it felt more like an hour and a half trip. You get out, you're not stiff, you're not sore, you've got energy, you felt good. I remember the first time I used it traveling to Portland, Oregon. And, normally I'd get out, a few stops and I'd be, oh man, how many more hours to go? I mean, this trip was a whole different trip. I mean, I just buzzed right through it. And I got to tell you, it wasn't me that discovered this. It was one of our clients. And she got a converter, put it in her car, plugged in a biomat, and called me from Las Vegas, 10 hours in the car. She says, hey, my back doesn't hurt. I still got energy. I'm going to keep traveling on to California tonight. What a change. And before, she'd normally stay and, be really sore and stiff, and that all changed. So the other cool thing about this biomat is it activates those NK and T cells. So people with cancer, this really is a great way to help boost that activity in your body for those cancer fighter cells to go and take action. We got pictures down here to show you in their studies how much it reduced cancer over a period of time. In fact, in the video that I'll put in the show notes over at thewholebodydetoxshow.com, I'll put that in there. And this guy had prostate cancer, Gleason 10, which they say Gleason 10, you're dead. He reversed it. Pretty incredible. Think about it. Heat therapy, turning on those cancer-killing cells, NK and T cells, lymphocytes, etc. And, Harvard did a study on this. They proved that the body will respond to heat because the heat shock protein gets kicked into gear. And so cancer cells are vulnerable to heat. Anything over 104 degrees Fahrenheit, bam, you blast those puppies out of there. But I like it for those reasons. You feel more relaxed. If I'm working at home, I'm doing a project, or I've been out refereeing or riding motorcycles or skiing, I'll get on that mat for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and what a difference. My wife, if you've heard the story, years ago when she fell off of the roof, broke a whole bunch of bones. Luckily she's lived because she could have died. If it would have been 100 years ago, she would have died for sure. But because of that, and because of the heavy metal poisoning that she got from her mercury amalgams, really a lot of pain. And so she'll use that mat, she'll get on it, and it's a game changer. Really, without the mat and everything we've done over the years, all these tools that we've used, thankfully for the colonics, the biomat, the vibration machine, which we'll talk about in the next segment, the nutrition, I really don't think she'd be here on earth because her pain has been so great over the years. She was told she would never walk. Her ankle bone completely spit out of her, hanging on by a thread. 3 vertebrae in her back were fractured, right ankle fractured, crushed her tibia 2 inches, shattered her femur. Pretty amazing to see and how she's recovered. I got to tell you, the first tool I took up to her to the hospital was the far infrared Richway mat, and it is an amazing tool. So again, it's just using light. Our bodies are waves of light, so it makes a lot of sense how this helps your body to produce these immune boosters on their own, and just to relax you and also to increase the detoxification. It's a major tool for detoxification. So definitely go watch the video in the show notes. I'll have a link there, and grab those. This company never does a sale on them, so I'm sorry, there will be no sales this Christmas. There never is. In 14 years of representing the company, never ever have they done a sale. If the price is the price, and if anybody does offer you anything, it's probably some kind of a knockoff or something that's been used or something. So anyway, if you're interested in purchasing one, investing in your own wellness center, reach out to us at Living Waters, 208-378-9911. Great tool. All my family members, my kids have them. Even when the kids were small, I got them their own little mini mat, and we had the professional size. Of course, down at Living Waters, we have both of them. And the cool thing about this mat is that when I first got it, I got a book from Japan that was translated. It was called Fourth Degree Medical Refugee, and they're in their hospitals, as part of their protocol of treatment of cancer, they use these mats. They literally sandwich you between 2 mats to heat up that body and get that effect, that detoxing effect, and the ability to turn on those heat shock proteins to then activate all the other armies that then go after the bad guys, which are the cancer cells. So great tool to have. Quite frankly, once you get on one, you're not going to be without it. So they're awesome. They really are. People that come here on our 10-day retreat always come in, oh, can I get extra time in the biomat? Can I get extra time in the biomat? So it's really that kind of a tool. Lots of information behind it, lots of science behind it. It also helps clean up the air. Another little side benefit. It produces negative ions that help clean up the air, so your room will feel better when you come into it. Great tool. Hey, if we missed any parts of this show today, be sure to subscribe to our podcast on any of the national podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify, etc. Just type in Whole Body Detox Show, you'll find us, or go to wholebodydetoxshow.com. And of course, our number at the office, 208-378-9911. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 20, 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you.
Welcome back. David DeHaas from Living Waters Wellness Center, livingwaterscleanse.com. Our phone number here is 208-378-9911. Living Waters Cleanse, where miracles begin by healing from within. And today we're talking about some of the tools that you may want to invest in to have in your home. If you want to come and try any of these out, if you just mention our show today, podcast number 101 or show number 101, come in and we will give you a half-hour session on the biomat and a session on the next topic we're going to talk about, which is a whole body vibration technology to help move lymphatic fluid. Now, of course, why do we use these? Well, you're going to want to go over to watch our webinar, 4 Natural Laws of Healing, found on the website at livingwaterscleanse.com, livingwaterscleanse.com. Watch that webinar and you're going to learn why we use these as part of our protocol for treatment. And you're going to definitely want to know about this one because this one's really a powerful tool. We talked about this with Dr. Ian Gaynor back in episode number 6. And fascinating show. So over the podcast, go grab that one and listen to that. He goes into a lot of detail, give you a lot of examples of people using this to help their body heal. So the vibration machine was actually a very cool machine. And actually, you get on this machine, you step up on it, and your body's going to oscillate back and forth. It actually mimics walking. 30 contractions per second, which means it's going to help you do 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, you're going to do 1 hour of exercise in just 10 minutes. It's mimicking walking, so your muscles are trying to react to those 30 contractions. But the reason why we bought this was because of what it does for lymphatic fluid. The two major benefits that it was originally touted for was reversing the loss of bone and healing muscle. And I got to tell you, over the years, if we've had people coming here with osteoporosis, we've had people who have had knee problems, bone on bone, people who could not exercise, people who could not get out of a chair on their own. They had to have someone help them up. And in 4 days, I've seen people able to pop out of a chair. I've seen people with their bone on bone, lots of pain, using a walker, not using a walker anymore. There's not pain. They've got so much more muscle strength. It's not a problem. Just by getting on this machine, standing in one place for 10 minutes. Many of our clients, including my lovely wife, put one in her walk-in closet. And so she blow dries her hair and combs her hair when she's doing the T-zone as well. So it's a tool, just a few minutes a day, can really make great changes. So this oscillation, not only is it building bone and muscle, but it's moving that lymphatic fluid. The lymphatic fluid is important. You may not know what a lymph node is, but you have 800 of them. For those of you that have friends, or maybe you yourself experienced breast cancer, and they took out some lymphatic nodes, those nodes actually did their job. The nodes weren't the problem. The problem was you. You weren't moving. You weren't doing hopscotch and jump rope and jumping on a trampoline. You were not moving. And so the lymphatic system got plugged up because there's no pump for the lymphatic. So when you have a toxic colon, the old poop is just going to squish into the tissues and it's going to get into the blood system. Now, the blood system has a way to deal with this. It says, we're going to drip some of this fluid into the body, and the lymphatic will pick it up like a sponge, like water to a sponge, hopefully. And it'll take it up. And if you're not moving, though, it's not going to move. You got to move, jip them down. And these little nodes, you'll shake that lymphatic fluid up, 45 pints in your body. Remember that, 45 pints. That's a lot of fluid. It takes it up, it dumps into a vein, which then takes it to the liver. And the liver says, oh my gosh, more toxins coming. I got some more cleanup to do. And when your liver is overburdened, some of you will have hormone issues or thyroid issues or some other issue. Because the liver said, come on, dude. I've already got a full liver. All the bile ducts are full. Where else am I going to put this stuff? Oh, I know. I'll make a bucket. We should make the bucket of that today. Hey, let's see. We'll look at the body. Maybe we'll give him hemorrhoids. No. This guy deserves a polyp in his colon. Or maybe it's a cyst on your ovary. Or maybe it's a tumor in your breast. Wherever it is, the body's going to put it based upon where you're at the weakest emotionally. Yeah, the emotions play a big part of where this gets created. But at the end of the day, I don't care if you call it hemorrhoids, tumors, polyps, cysts, blah, blah, blah. You're toxic. Job 1, open up the pathways. That's where colon hydrotherapy comes in. Clean that body out. Shake up the lymphatic fluid. Now, these machines are incredible. I just had a gal that called me. She says, David, this machine is incredible. She's got one in her home now, right? She goes, I can't believe the changes in me. She says, this is incredible. What's the minimum amount of time that I can use it? Or the most amount of time I can use it? I says, well, just pay attention to what your body says. Now, you only need 10 minutes. Some of my clients do 2 10-minute sessions a day. Some do a couple minutes here, a couple minutes later. I get on it, I brush my teeth for 2 minutes. I'm on it for at least 2 minutes. If I'm really in a hurry, I'll stop there. I'll come back later in the day. The other thing you'll notice on this machine is that your muscles will get stronger faster. The other thing you may notice when you get on it, when you come in and try it, again, if you want to try it for free, give us a call at the office, 208-378-9911. Come in, jump on this machine for just 10 minutes. Some of you may notice a little itching going on. God, I kind of itch here on my side. My legs are itching. My stomach's itching. What's going on there? Well, that's because you have a lot of toxicity in the subcutaneous tissue just under your skin. So when you're on the machine and you're shaking that stuff up, the body's saying, yeah, oh man, that's bad stuff. And so you want to itch to react to that. That's a sign, my friend, you're toxic. And of course, a lot of people come in here and start itching after on the machine. It's temporary, but it's your sign. Pay attention to the signs. You want to clean that out. And your best way to do that, colon hydrotherapy. Open up those big pathways. Colon hydrotherapy is so easy, so simple, so effective. There's a video under treatments on how to do a colonic. Look, if you're concerned about how to do a colonic, I know most of you will. Even if you watch the video, you'll come in, you'll still be a little nervous. That's okay. I was too. But once you do it, you'll go like, well, that was easy. Why didn't I do this sooner? That's really the reaction that most of our clients have. So we want to get those toxins out, and we want to strengthen the body. We want to move that lymphatic fluid. We keep that lymphatic fluid moving, we can prevent the big C word. So it's really important. So go over and listen to that episode, podcast number 6. I'll put it in the show notes. I'll put a link to it at wholebodydetoxshow.com. So make sure you go over there. Subscribe to our podcast. We got new podcasts every week. There's over 100 up already. A lot of great information we've talked about over the last 2 years. And of course, we'll be bringing you more great information as we go forward as well. So livingwaterscleanse.com, lots of information. There's information on the T-Zone. If you want to get on a sale, we're going to have a $180 off on our top machine. And we're going to have a $30 off on our portable machine. We have a little portable machine. It's $475 plus a little shipping and tax. You're going to get $30 off of that. So that'll save you some money. And you can actually buy that on payments, $100 down, and I think $32 a month. Is that right? Something like that. On the big machine, a couple $100 off. Like I said, $180 off, and you can actually buy that on payments, $300 down, and about $118 per month. Great investment. 18 months, you'll have it all paid off. The other machine, you'll have it paid off in 12 months with that payment structure. So again, you should invest in yourself. Invest in your health. Get this tool. Come in and try it for free before you buy. Come in and try it. And if you're listening to the show and you're somewhere in the country, look, we drop ship these Anywhere you're at, Canada, the United States, we can get these machines in your hands in about 5-6 days. So definitely reach out to us. Grab this sale. Again, I'll put the link in the show notes, or just go to livingwaterscleanse.com. There'll be a link there in our store. You'll be able to grab the machine on the store. But if you want to see some videos about it, I'll have the videos in the show notes as well, because I've cut several videos on how to use the machine. You can use it to do push-ups without doing push-ups. Phenomenal machine. And we mentioned in the last 3 segments, if you want to come in and try a couple of these tools we've mentioned today, the lymphatic detox machine and our far infrared rich wave mat, you definitely want to come and try that. It is so awesome. Take a break. You want to learn about the tools to put in your wellness center so you can live your best life. Look at life's short. Lots of things to do on this earth. And if you want to be active, you want to be well, you want to take back up your hobbies, but you can't now. Maybe you're super constipated. Maybe you got these toxins in your body. Maybe you've got bone issues. You got joint issues. You've got brain fog going on. Look at we're the place to come. Let's get that pathway opened up. Let's do some colon hydrotherapy. Let's open up those pathways. And if you're concerned what that looks like, colon hydrotherapy, go over to the website, livingwaterscleanse.com. Click on treatments. Watch how to do a colonic video. The video is 10 minutes long. And then watch that 4 Natural Laws of Healing webinar. You need that knowledge. Now, my final segment, it's November and it's Thanksgiving month. Really, really, really important in this day and age, with all the craziness going on in our country, to change and keep our cells at their best. What I mean by that is that with all the negativity out there, it's really easy to screw up life and screw up the cells in our body by being negative, having negative thoughts. And so this last segment, I'm going to tell you how I turn so many things around on a dime. First thing we teach you here is the power of your body and your ability to change the frequency in your cells in a heartbeat. And that's through changing the emotions, changing the thought. Over the years, you've listened to many gurus. I loved Zig Ziglar, stop your stinking thinking. Tony Robbins, some of these greats. Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief. He has definitively shown how we can change not only the cells, but the DNA in our body with thought. So, as it goes, we can get kind of down about a lot of things. There's a lot of things I don't like to do. So I'm going to give you some examples of what I do. And I started doing this years ago. It's been a journey. I'm not a perfect 100% of the time. There are times when David gets down and gets negative and says or thinks some things he probably shouldn't. But here in that moment, I have 3 words for you. And you want to write these down, burn them into your brain. I don't advocate for tattooing, but figuratively, tattoo this into your mind. Cancel, 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 change it. Great example. I don't really care to do the dishes, but I'm the guy at our house who's got to load that dishwasher, unload those dishes. And so I don't like to do the dishes, but I like a clean dish. So I stop the thought. I go, I'm so thankful that I have a dishwasher to do these dishes. And I have the physical ability to load this and unload this quickly and easily. I don't like to take out the garbage. I don't like to clean up the weeds. I don't like cleaning up my garden. Cancel, 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 change it. My thought is, you know what? I'm grateful and thankful I have the physical ability to come out here and pick these weeds up. And thank you, Lord, for giving me a nice garbage can. And I've got someone going to come by on Wednesday and pick this stuff up. Oh my gosh, what a win. I don't have to put this in the back of my truck and haul it somewhere. That's great. I mean, there's so many things we can do. Got to change oil in the car. Oh God, I got to go change oil in the car. No, cancel, cancel, cancel. I'm so thankful I have a running vehicle that I can drive down to this guy and he can change the oil in less than 20 minutes. For me, well, I sit here and read a book. How cool is that? So we got to go up and help my parents chop wood, right? Not my favorite thing to do. Cancel, 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 change it. I'm so grateful. I have the physical ability and the resources to drive there and take care of chopping that wood and putting it up neatly in the stack. There's so many ways you can apply just that thinking. And there's just so much negative thought coming at us. You look at the news, what's going on. I don't care what news station you put out. There's all these negative stuff coming at us. You got to take a break from that. And in that moment, you got to laugh. I mean, people were complaining about Kamala and Joe, and I say, hey, I'm grateful. I got comedy. Now, do I approve of what they're doing? No. But look, what am I going to do? I can pray for them, right? And I can be thankful that I'm a country that I have the ability yet to have free speech. I have the ability to go out and work in campaigns, which, again, another thing I don't really care to do. Last year, I did so many doors. I was so busy. I went out and knocked on doors, delivered all these brochures, and I was like, oh, God, I got to go do this. David, cancel, cancel, cancel. Change it. I'm so thankful I have the physical means. I have the car to get there. And you know what? Someone printed these brochures up for me. I didn't have to do that. Someone put these in a nice little sack for me. Someone gave me a walking list. This is great. This is going to be simple. This is going to be easy. When it comes to the 5G towers, I mean, I wanted to quit about 2,000 times over the last 2.5 years because sometimes it's like, I feel like I'm beating my head. Cancel, cancel, cancel. My thoughts on that, change it. My change it is, I'm so thankful I have a consultant I can go to anytime I want. I've got a great team on Idahoans for Safe Technology. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to get in front of the right politicians to be the effect for change. And that's how I have to approach it. Because otherwise, you can get beat up doing anything in life. Whether you're trying to find a new job, maybe you're not getting success, change the emotional energy. One of the things we teach you on the 10-day healing retreat is in the moment, again, you change it, but you got to have the feeling of the emotion. You have the thought. Thought's one thing. You can think, I'm wealthy or I'm well, but no, if you don't put the emotion to it. And so my challenge to you this week, choose an emotion. Love, gratitude, happiness, joyfulness, thankfulness, happiness, whatever. In that moment, when you have the negative thought, change the thought. That sends the frequency out to the universe. Pull it the back in with the emotion. Put the emotion in through your body, all the way down from the top of your head, down through your body, lungs, heart, spleen, kidney, liver, down through your legs. Feel it all the way to the tips of your toes. You start catching yourself going negative and you go positive, and see if you can hold it for 17 seconds. See if you can hold that positive emotion for 34 seconds. See if you can hold that positive emotion for a minute. Just take a minute. Change the emotion. The journey begins with a step. Changing the emotions and being thankful. Those people who have the best success in healing here at our office are those people who get it, grasp it, and are thankful. We got some cool wins this week. I almost forgot about telling you about some of those. We had a gal come in here this week with parasites. Parasites coming out of her nose. Parasites in her lips, under her eyes. I mean, eyes are puffy. She's been trying to figure out for years what's going on. She's been examined. I think the term the doctor says, oh, you're overthinking this. Nothing to see here. It's all in your head. Yeah, it was. It was all in her head. Parasites in her head. And those parasites, when we began the process here on our 10-day healing retreat, those parasites have been coming out left and right. And her nose is smaller. Her eyes have went down. Still has the dark circles there, but that's changing. Skin color's changing. Big change. We had a guy with ALS on the last retreat. Some cool wins for him. Had a really bad back. And the first thing that he noticed is, David, my back pain is gone. He wrote to us this last week, sent me a picture. He says, what's this? And he's still got parasites coming out. He's still zapping him. He's still doing the protocol we gave him, but he's got parasites coming out still. And he's doing the protocol that we've set him up for so that he can be successful. And I got to tell you, we just went through full moon. So this last week during election, if you were experiencing some consternation, it's probably because of those parasites. Hey, it's been a blessing to be with you guys this week. Again, if you want to go listen to some of the things we share with you in this podcast about the vibration machine, go to wholebodydetoxshow.com. I'll have all the notes, all the links in the show notes over there on that podcast. I'll be back again next week with another edition of the Whole Body Detox Show. You have a blessed week and be thankful. Blessings, my friends.
You can't treat the body and heal it a piece at a time. You have to treat the whole body naturally. That's why Living Waters Wellness Center 10-day healing retreat is so successful in helping what I call the incurables back to wellness. Here's what a few clients had to say about their experience at Living Waters Wellness Center.
For over a year, I've been dealing with gas pains, stomach pains, and it's been waking me up in the middle of the night, so I never get a full night's rest. And last night, after my first colonics, I slept through the entire night without any stomach pain or any kind of issues.
I suffered from migraine headaches for 12 years, once a month, and since I did the 10-day retreat at Living Waters Wellness Center 8 years ago, I have not even had a migraine. I've not even had a headache.
I had back pain on my left side for about 25 years. After the 10-day healing retreat, the pain is completely gone.
To learn more about the 10-day healing retreat, go to healingtheincurables.com or call the office at 208-378-9911. That's 208-378-9911. The preceding examples may not be typical of your experience and may not be right for you. Seek the opinion of a qualified healthcare professional before determining if cleansing is right for you.